Here we go. We're back for more. We got No Bueno and Dan. Dan with a sweet frame there. Champions Landing, MPO, so some tough holes off the bat. Herring Woods, ace runs, maybe for No Bueno in the middle. I'm not sure if Dan will. And then Enso to close it out. I'm going to see if I can get the glide skip paradigm there. And I got the foliage. So it's not going to be enough to match what it looks like was No Bueno's drive. But then maybe he wasn't there after all. Go like 220. Try to give it a little bit of a bid. No, way short. Taking the tap in instead. Nothing wrong with a birdie there. This wind is yucky. I don't like this at all. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the eagle. Well, definitely can't get the eagle if I throw this out of bounds. Off the tee. Stop, stop, stop. Woo! And managed to stop, but this is definitely way too far out. So I'm going to go light glide paradigm here. I don't need any ground play. Just want to get close enough to be able to throw into the green. And hopefully have a birdie look at least. It's already going to be a tough look at birdie. 310. I think I might like this sticky musket at 310. I think I might slow down enough with that wind. Come on, be sticky, be sticky. Thankfully, it's actually sticky on a very, very slippery green, but the headwind and the sticky are able to work together to slow me down enough and keep me in there. This is just a default Clyde Sapphire. Give it the hyzer. Could have given a little bit more. I think it's been a little bit since I've thrown this hole, but it's still going to be just fine in 51 feet. We'll take the forehand throw in that Dan taught me, actually. Forehand of the three-head wind neutralizes the wind. So you basically do the same sort of power as you would on the backhand. Harrowing Woods. So we're going to take our... Okay, well, I thought Dan was going to play it safe, but look at Dan going Skippy. Oh, almost had it there. My warship stopped very short. Well, Dan has figured out his aggressive lines that he's going to take, keeping the game fresh. Honestly, the game can get stale pretty easy. And so having that skip fairway, I see how it can certainly open up some new opportunities there. We go water skip Sapphire, just around the right side of that tree there. Gets me onto this green. Almost up to the free disc that comes out of that coffin. Birdie up. No bueno. A little bit of trouble. Looks like he got in some trees back there. So he has taken that bogey. So I guess see some aggressive play from No Bueno. If we weren't tied up with Dan, I'd go with some more aggressive stuff too. Honestly, I just don't even know aggressive lines for these at all. Dan got it? Nice. We're tapping it in. See if we can get that back on Enso, though, as a sweet skip ace, Dan. What's he going with? He's got... What's his skip fairway? Skip... World? Oh, flow. Oh, the skip flow. Dan loves his skip flow. He's been telling me on our Valley chat. So this should be everybody getting the eagle here. You go water skip Sapphire. About 2/3 power, full disc of Anheuser. And this is looking perfect. Grab some foliage from that tree. And a water skip hops us here right onto the green. Never really in any danger. The only danger there is if I don't give that enough Anheuser out of the hand and hit those stupid lily pads right by the shore. And so one, I've got to go for it. Light glide paradigm, I slide right. Get right down, kind of base that tree and bridge. And a littlest bit of Anheuser. This is looking good. This is looking real good. Beautiful, but of course, everybody's going to be getting it. So no strokes to be gotten back there. Gosh, all eagles on Enso so far. That's not something too common. So look at the score is I have to go for the eagle as one, no matter what it is. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I have to try and get around that corner and try. Around the corner. Big skip. Big skip. No. Did Dan somehow get all the way down there for an eagle? That's insane. All right, so this is going to get some air under it. It's going to get some foliage. Let's just try to get lucky dropping something in. Oh, almost had it. Taking the L to Dan. Let's see if we can get lucky and get him again and get him in the next one here. All right, no bueno is back for more. See if we get lucky to have Dan jump back into. We have Nokia at first, Lost Island in the middle, and then ended with the Sunshine Glade ace runs. Closed out with the ace runs. See if we can hit one of those. I think what are people doing? Like people taking a forehand shift at this. Let me try that. Oh, and there's Mr. Knife Guy and Dan just joining. That worked out really well. I like that a lot, the forehand diamond there. 80 feet on the forehand will knock this in. Mr. Knife Guy just won the Foxtail Meadows bonus event. Fantastic work by him there. You got, what is it, minus 25 through 2 rounds of Foxtail Meadows. That was awesome to see. Let's see how we can do in multiplayer here. Dan is taking his birdie. Mr. Knife Guy, what was that Nisk throwing in? That was sick. Some sort of green slime. A windbreak harp. Gosh, I had him recently. I think I saw one of those. He threw that harp in. It's interesting to me, his main throwing disc being that harp. Where I see that flying a lot here. This is the glide sapphire around the outside. Get up to the base. Not a whole ton that's going to be able to be going wrong here. Put it in. Keeping this tied up with Dan and Mr. Knife Guy. This is when I used to take my accurate windbreak musket. Slide right and aim down here. But then when I dropped windbreak, I started going glide sapphire. Power down. But that ground play was just killing me. I thought I needed the ground play of the windbreak musket. But obviously you can see the sticky musket does just fine. And it gets right here to the base. Absolutely no problem at all. This is a trickier wind. Let's see. I usually take the water skip musket and power it down a little bit. I think with a 3 wind, I'll go full power. Fade, fade, fade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a problem. I'm OB there. And see if I can save it with a 80-footer. I can save the par, but not the birdie. So Dan is taking the lead there. Mr. Knife Guy, let's see if he's safe over there. I'm not sure if he's safe on that island trying to figure out the throw-in. Oh no, he was further back. And right off the top, looks like it might be, yeah, we're down to Dan again. See if we can get a comeback on him here. Here's a chance for a stroke. Slide right, and I go up the middle chevron, kind of run that spire out there. And give a pull back. If I go straight over that spire, it's perfect. I'm a little bit to the right, which I don't love, because it gets me a bit further back here. 200 feet would be nice. 202. All right, it's the harp throw in. I never go far enough right, so I have to make sure I go far enough right. And I still didn't go far enough right. Oh, don't you do it for the harp throw in. I try to mimic what Aaron does. Like he goes right on the basket and adds the Anheuser. But it's more my style usually to find a pullback point, or an aim point, and a straight pullback. It seems Aaron's is definitely superior. We're going to go roll rive. Straight through this middle. See if Ray's going to hit that sweet cut roller. We can't trust that follow flight, so we don't know what that is for sure. Stay in. Oh, no. Stand, stand, stand. Hang on for dear life. It did not hang on for dear life. It's Sunshine Glade to end it. So there's chances. Oh, don't aim for the water. Let's aim a bit over here. There's chances to come back, so I'm not going to take a low chance here. I'm going to rely on trying to ace here on Sunshine Glade. Sunshine Glade 1. Roll rhythm. Everybody's off the tee. They're probably a bit ahead of me. Aim just to the left of the basket. And give my 2/3 power here. Come on back. Come on back. Not enough. I think the Bueno just got a birdie on the rethrow. I think he did. Nice. I've got to get an ace if I'm going to be getting any elo here. This is my least favorite Sunshine Glade. I think their lowest ace chance. I aim right about here and give it a straight pullback with the musket. Yep, that's overturned. And it's going to be behind these bushes that, at least to the best of my knowledge, don't have any collision. They haven't gotten me yet. So the one of these times, I think it's going to be a collision out of there, and it's going to get me unstuck. Last one. Sunshine 4. Can I ace it with the rhythm? Right on the basket. 2/3 pullback. And it is missing right. Dan with the ace, making it commanding to kick our butts. Good game there, Dan. Nice. All right, here's number 3 of 3. We got Dan a third time. See if we can beat him this time. And I get my I beat Dan stamp. That doesn't really exist. Nokia, and then Lost Island. Ikigai Spring is to close it out. I think it's going to be the wind on these holes that creates separation. Dan has me 2 games already. Let's see if we can't get one for at least having a little bit of honor in this set of 3 matches. This has been working out really well, making these videos with 3 matches with at least one player on the card, back to back to back. Don't tell anybody, we've never planned this. It's just been working out perfectly. Let's go Sticky Musket again. I don't know why I gave that Anheuser. Should have given a little bit of Heiser. Stick. No, don't roll. Don't roll. All right, here we go. 56 feet. We'll call it 70 up that hill. Able to save it. That could have been way, way worse. And that's definitely a good thing. Sticky versus roll. A roll disc would have kept going way far down that hill. This is a big wind, so I'm actually going to go Warship in this wind. And you're right here. Oh, get down. Dang, that had a lot of lift to it. And here I am scrambling again. I gotta try and get the tempo around there. Dan is my teammate in Valley, which is good, because that way when he kicks my butt, I can just be like, yes! I love saving with tempo. I know that's just my team excelling, instead of just me losing. Oh. Alright, just 2 of us. Let's see what we can do here. Get around the tree. Stay wide. Stay wide. It's not staying wide enough. Now to stay in. It's staying in. I was hoping that would put me right in the mouth. It won't though. 252. We get angry at this. Right up here. That rock could have made that terrible, but it stayed close. We'll get our putt in. I really wanted that paradigm to put me right in the mouth of that cave. Definitely a Glide Sapphire here. If you watch my videos at all, you know that Sapphire is the way on this hole. Arrive certainly goes way too far and is way too much disc for this hole, especially if you don't have a headwind. In a headwind, you might be thinking about Rive. Like a 3 headwind only. A 2 headwind, it'll get through just fine too. See if we can break this stalemate here. This probably isn't the hole. I'm gonna take the water skip sapphire. Even better with a roll or a sticky sapphire. There's the aim point. I shift a little bit to the right and give that a straight pullback. And it turns way too much out of my hand. Kisses off this spine. Stays in. Oh. Dan tried to give me a chance, but I guess I was just not interested there. That's pretty embarrassing for us, Dan. Don't worry, we won't talk about this one to anybody. I'm just gonna post it for everyone to see. I should not have switched that off to the right, I guess. Anyway, forehand here will get us around the corner on Ikigai Spring 7. Get up here as far as we can. If I'm not behind that rock, I'm happy. I'm not behind that rock, so I am happy. I take the Rive and just aim it low here. There's definitely a play like taking the Paradigm out there, but the Rive is going to be terribly off this tree. Okay, not OB. I thought I said to myself to go straight OB there. Thankfully made it. I was usually a little bit higher up in elevation, so I made more down and get more natural turn out of that. Let's go forehand light glide Paradigm up here. Make sure I get over that wall and up onto the green. I have a safe back wall here to get in our backhand birdie. Oh, Dan gave us another one. That was kind of him. Let's see if we can hold on these last 2 holes. Oh, yikes. I don't feel confident because my backhand line doesn't work here. Just go water skip Saf or water skip Rive. Give it a little bit of Anheuser. Is it through? Yo, no. So Dan has secured his birdie, which means you're going back to tied. Hopefully going back to tied. If I can save this last putt, I should be able to. That was a rough wind. I like my backhand line, but it just doesn't have enough power in that wind at all. Final hole. Let's see if we can lock it down. Ooh, an interesting wind. Is this the one? Can I go here? This is it. Okay, I think I can go here. Aim at this. A little over 2/3 power and just a smidgen of hyzer, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I remember correctly. Too much hyzer. Get up there and get safe. And stay safe. Lucky me. Sitting on that rock safe. We'll toss the fuse up with plenty of air under it to get down. And booyah. Dropping it in. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. As always, stay bogey free and suck it, Dan.